Oh, okay. Doobie 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 doobie
Good
doobie
day
doobie.
to you. It's Curt and Jen in the morning.
How are you doing, Jen, in the morning?
I'm great. I'm great. How about you?
Fantastic. Welcome to Tuesday. It is Curt and Jen in the morning, our podcast slash video cast, and we appreciate you being here with us. As for like always, I should say, you can follow, you can like, you can love, you can subscribe. And I was asked, what do you get for subscribing? And at this point, is zero.
You get
But
us. You get us
that's
popping up
true.
on your phone saying there's a new episode that has
Hmm.
been posted.
Right. Hopefully earlier rather than later. Sometimes we're dragging our feet a little bit, but it happens.
We
So there
try.
you
We
go.
try. You know what, Curt? The
Ah,
election is 1 week from
oh my
today.
God. You know what? And I'll be honest with you.
Thank goodness.
It has been so for me, the word is fatiguing. Just all the stuff and
Good adjective.
the misinformation and disinformation and stuff. It's just I just want to, everybody go out and vote for whoever you want, but go out and vote for sure, right? Right.
Disheartening is what it is for me.
Yeah, it is a little frustrating, but it'll all be over soon and everybody's going to be happy.
And you voted, right?
Yes. Already
I'm
sent our vote.
I have my ballot. I have a couple more things I need to research, do a little more research on, and then I'll be done. I'll put it in
Good
the mail
thinking,
today.
especially like the initiatives and stuff like that, because we're not just voting for the presidential election. No, there's other stuff going on too.
It was a long ballot. I thought
Hmm.
I was, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So be sure to vote. Okay.
On the show today, are do-gooders better looking? I had never, that thought never crossed my mind, but it turns out we know something about do-gooders. We're going to find out if they're actually better looking people.
That's right.
TikTok has some new deliciousness that Jen is very excited to try, right?
Yes. I can't wait to
Okay.
share it with you guys, and I'll share tomorrow because we'll go through that later.
And what's a fun alternative? We asked this yesterday, and a fun alternative to handing out candy on Halloween.
You know, Curt, that question was misinterpreted by a few. They
How
thought I
so?
was asking what is a fun alternative to go and do and instead of handing out candy. But what the question really was instead of actually handing out candy itself,
What
what's
is
a
an
good
alternative to hand
alternative
out?
to the candy to hand out?
We got answers on both ways. Here's
Yes.
something that's fun to do instead of handing out candy. Somebody, and we do have the options for actually things to hand out coming up. And finally, what's something so simple yet you're so horrible at?
Ooh, I need to think about that because I feel
I
like
just
there's
love that.
probably many things.
Just love that headline there. There you go.
All
All
right.
right. What?
I was going to tell you what I did yesterday,
Okay.
but I was waiting for the music that I
Well, there's
wasn't
no music.
hearing. That's all, Curt.
Okay. Oh, I know what's going on here. There's music.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so I'm staying up in Cedro Woolley where Pat is remodeling a house.
Right.
And he set up a fun little table for me and literally a workbench that I think you'd stand on to do painting or some kind of construction. So that's
Okay.
what I'm sitting on. And I mean, I hate to say it, but it really is. I was the tool bitch. He's under the house doing plumbing, which seems like the most miserable job. So if you are a plumber, thank you
Hmm.
for doing what you do. And no wonder you charge so much because you should.
It's a lot.
It's a
Yeah.
lot. So anyway, so it just saves him time that if I can hand him a tool or
Right.
a part or whatever, so he doesn't have to, shimmy, crawl, whatever, back to the opening to come up and get it. It just,
That,
yeah, it saves some
well,
time.
it's a huge time saver. And I want to point out because I'm pretty sure that Pat did not refer to you as Tool B.
He
That's a
did
word
not. He does
that
not
you came
like
up with that
that.
yourself, right?
That's right.
Okay. So
That's right.
so
And I did learn how to use you and I had to I had to figure this out to tell you what it was. It was a compound miter saw.
right.
Those are scary.
Well, big old blade coming at you, huh?
I mean, you have
Yeah.
to press the safety button and then bring it
Hmm.
down and it makes a loud noise and it could definitely cut you in half if you were right there at the blade. It was
Well, don't be right there at the blade. Nobody
I'm
wants you cut in
not.
half.
I'm so careful to keep my fingers out of there. Anyway, I mean, it's fun to learn new things and I'm glad I can help Pat. And there you go. That's it. I feel like I really had a good yesterday because I learned new things.
And you're a good Tool B. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Be
Okay.
scratch. A good tool to scratch. Go ahead
So
on this.
we talk about doggies a lot
We do.
because we love dogs. I mean, everybody loves dogs. People are dog lovers in general. But sometimes I feel like it's at the expense of the kitties, right? So with that in mind, today is National Cat Day.
Aw,
Go cats.
happy Cat Day. Celebrated
Every
every
yeah.
October 29th, right?
Yeah. And so it was written to say, well, it was created to create awareness of the number of cats that need to be rescued each year. So that's actually fantastic because
Yes.
there's a lot of pets that are in need of rescue. So there's 40, I didn't know this, 40 to 70 recognized cat breeds.
What?
But that makes that's such a range there, 40 to 70. It's like that's so there's 30 that may be a cat breed and maybe not.
Yeah, how is that really?
You'd think they'd be able to say there are 70 recognized cat breeds. All right. And then it goes on to say cats remind us that just when you think they've lost interest in you, they'll turn around and melt your hearts. Now, that I don't know about because I think that they're always disinterested in their humans.
I think that they're real snotty. I mean, Sailor could be a cat, I feel like.
Sailor is very cat like and she's very to herself and does her own thing. If she's got time for you, okay. If not, up
She has a big
yours.
attitude problem.
I don't think Sailor thinks that she has an attitude problem, but yeah. So happy Cat Day. Celebrate with your cats. Buy them extra treats or fake mice or I don't. What do you give cats? Those things
Cheese
and cheese.
and
Probably not.
toys. And wait, catnip, right?
That's a good one.
Catnip. And
All
those
right.
scratchy things that they can climb on.
Yes,
And a catio. You got to give them a catio too.
that's a new word for me, but I guess I don't. Is that a cat patio?
Yes.
I like it. A catio. Okay.
I'm going to let you do this story, Kurt, because yesterday I really screwed it up.
Oh, we didn't screw it up. We just talked an awful long time and we got some dates wrong.
Okay.
Sometimes just for the record, sometimes when you're doing, radio and stuff like that, you get caught up in reading the copy or reading whatever that you said, and you realize in your head, if I just would have winged it and said what I know, I'd be fine. Instead, I'm reading this verbatim or whatever. It just happens. So we're not making an excuse. Okay, it wasn't an excuse for yesterday, but today, how about this? The LA Dodgers and New York Yankees meet in game 4 of the best of 7 World Series. And that game is tonight. I believe it starts, again, that kind of unusual time at 5:08 tonight at Yankee Stadium. First pitch is at 5:08. And the Dodgers lead the series 3-0. So this could be what they call a sweep.
What?
Yep.
No way. That is very unlike the Yankees, especially to lose in their hometown.
Yes. So it may end up being a sweep. We'll see again tonight. And I got to say, you mentioned you were saying that you were pulling for the Dodgers because the Yankees always win. I'm pulling for the Dodgers just because I can't stand the Yankees ever for any reason, period.
Oh.
Just because a lot of people feel that way. Although my friend Jody is a huge Yankees fan, although she's lived here pretty much her whole life. So I wonder about that.
Are you just don't like him because everybody else doesn't like him?
Oh, I don't really care, honestly. I don't have a dog in this race, as they say. But it'd be kind of nice to see the Dodgers win,
Yeah.
They've got a great team. They've got a fantastic team, so it would be nice to see them win for sure.
All right. I need your help. Seriously, if you have some ideas on this, I need them.
And you're not just talking to me, you're talking in general. To everybody.
Yes, I'm talking to everybody that's listening that's willing to offer some ideas.
Okay.
So Sailor likes to get up on the counter and grab things she shouldn't be eating and then consumes them.
Sailor, your dog, right.
Sailor, my dog. I don't know what she ate, but we had some, I'm just going to call them because I can't call it anything else. I don't even know what else to call it. She had some ass explosions on my Shag rug. It's a rug, not the carpet itself, but it's removable rug, right? Like it was Jackie and I had
explosions. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I know. But Jackie, my roommate, and I literally had to carry out this big ass rug out to the outside because we didn't know what else to do. You couldn't scoop it up because it was explosions, not piles. And then get the hose out and hose it down. So now we have a sopping wet section of this rug strung over a few things in the garage trying to dry. But I still need to like shampoo it and stuff. So do I how do you best dry out a carpet that's literally soaking wet? Oh. What's the best way to clean a Shag carpet? Do I just rent a shampooer thing or what?
Stanley steamer?
But I love this carpet so much, or this rug. I don't want to get rid of it.
Well, how big is it?
Big? It's like, I don't know, I'm bad at spatial things. I
Well,
would say maybe
could you
like,
take it to, I mean, you could take it to get a dry clean, right?
oh my God, it would cost like
US dollars.
$1,000 US.
Okay. Well, then that's out of the question.
Maybe I just need to get a new rug. Maybe that's all it is. But if anybody has any ideas, please let me know because it's a mess.
Maybe if you, so you got it out in the garage, but that's going to be cold. Do you have a heater that oscillates that you could put out there and just zap a heater, space heater on it?
I don't, but I could maybe borrow one from Pat.
Okay.
Hot
Just be
firefighter
careful. I
boyfriend
don't
Pat.
want to say people are like, that's a fire hazard. I know.
Well, he'll tell me if it's a fire hazard or not for sure.
Right. And get your,
All right.
well, I just like that you invented the word butt explosions.
Help me save the Shag carpety rug that I love so much.
Butt explosions. Okay. Yeah. Let us know. We'd love to, well, Jen would love to hear about it. I'm over it
All
somehow
right.
already.
Okay.
I don't know.
Kurt,
Yes.
if you're kind, you're hotter.
Well, we're pretty kind people, so it must be super, super
We're
hot.
so hot. A new social experiment found that if you want to look hotter to other people, be a little kinder.
Wait. If you want to look hotter to other people, be a little kinder.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's
Here's
it.
the study. All right. So people judge other people who behave, they say pro-socially is in quotes. People who behave pro-socially is more attractive. And it might be because people also expect attractive people to behave more pro-socially, doing things like sharing, donating, and volunteering.
Yeah. In other words, good looking people are expected to be good people, and being a good person makes them more good looking. There.
So I don't have to worry about eye creams and moisturizers and stuff like that as I age. I can just start doing nicer things, more nice things.
Just do more nice things and you'll look even hotter.
And it takes care of the wrinkles. Nice. I love
Yeah.
that. It's a lot cheaper.
I think that was the gist of the story. Like let's see. There's a little bit more to it.
Mhm.
Researchers conducted an online experiment which showed that more attractive avatars were treated more favorably. Well, I don't even understand that. And were also presumed to behave more amicably towards others. It's probably not shocking, not a shocking link if you think about it. But the
Mhm.
researchers say understanding this can help us challenge our biases, leading to fair judgments and actions.
So I guess at least you've got to make an attractive avatar for yourself. You know, that little, because you made up one. Every time you send out a thing tomorrow on Curt and Jen in the morning, there's your little blonde avatar going, hey. So, right?
Maybe you should start doing it and see if people like if it's favorable for you.
What, my avatar with my spiky strawberry blonde hair? And
Yeah.
okay. All right. More attractive. I do like that. Here's where we need that Halloween music. Let me see if I still got that from yesterday. I do. There we go.
You were like, why aren't they playing this on TV? This particular show that you love.
Are you talking? It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
That's a big one around Halloween. That's one of the biggies, I would say, right?
For
So it's not again this year. Once again, the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown is not airing on network television, but there's still a way to watch it. All right, and this is good to carry on your holiday tradition of watching Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown on Halloween, waiting for the Great Pumpkin to show up there in the pumpkin patch. All right, so if you are a subscriber to Apple TV Plus, you can watch it any old time.
That's because we were wondering why aren't they playing it on network television anymore? And
Apple TV Plus got the rights. Yeah, as you found out. While subscribers can watch anytime, Apple TV Plus is offering a 7-day free trial for new and eligible subscribers. So you want to watch it for free, easy to do. You just got to do this Apple TV Plus new subscriber thing, and then you'll have 7 days to watch It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
I bet you could buy it on a digital download of it on Amazon.
There's always that too.
That will save you money instead of subscribing to another subscription.
Well,
that was a lot of subscribes.
Yes, and I always end up doing the 2-week or the 1-month subscription, then forgetting about it, and then it all automatically renewed for a year for $300.
Kurt Cruz.
Yes, I know.
You have to mark it in your calendar. Like if I ever subscribe to something that's free trial, I will always the same time I do that mark when it's going to expire as a remind. So I remind myself, make sure you cancel it.
My take for me would be if I have that many subscriptions that I have to write them down on my calendar that I've got too many subscriptions.
Probably.
It's time to watch less TV.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
So
that's
there's
a
that.
good one, a traditional one.
It is a good one too. I do like that movie a lot, or that show. How about this? Last week we had a little bit on about the people that were up for People Magazine's Sexiest Man of the Year, right? Sexiest Man Alive, actually, is what they
Yeah,
say.
we talked about their first jobs.
Right. Well, November 12th is when that volume issue comes out, the sexiest person on the planet or whatever it is. Well, we do have they've revealed some of the Reader's Choice poll results are in. So this is where you got to say, here's what I think about these different categories. All right. So the big category, Sexiest Man Alive 2024, we're not going to find that out until the 12th, around the 12th. But for now, and this is news to Jen, she's not seen this yet.
I haven't.
We do have the readers poll.
Okay.
Sexiest musician is Harry Styles.
Okay.
All right. And he apparently beat out people like Zach Bryan and Shabuzi for that title.
I just like saying that, Shabuzi.
It is fun to say.
Right?
Yeah. So there you go. Your sexiest musician is Harry Styles. They have a category here of sexiest first-time dad, which includes the candidates, if you will, were Justin Bieber, Cole Tucker, and Robert Pattinson. And the winner of that sexiest first-time dad is indeed Robert Pattinson.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Now, can you be a sexy dad and also be a vampire? Because that sounds like that would be, a bad combination.
Okay.
Dad and vampire.
I didn't know Justin Timberlake was a first-time dad. I missed that.
Did you know you didn't know he was a dad at all? Yeah.
No, I thought he'd been a dad like for a little while.
Well, it may have been sometime earlier this year, I guess. It must have been, right?
I guess.
I don't know what the dates are like to be eligible for this, but I'm guessing maybe between November of last year and November of this year.
I wonder if his DUI kind of put him out of the running.
Well, apparently you can be a vampire and be the sexiest first-time dad. So but a DUI is equally bad.
No,
vampire might be better.
Bad.
Might be better to be a vampire than a DUIer.
I feel like maybe.
Sexiest podcast host. This came down to, I'm sorry, sexiest podcast host. It was not Curt Cruz. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. The options here were TJ Holmes, Josh Peck, Penn Badgley, and the Kelsey brothers. Who do you think got it?
The Kelsey brothers.
You are indeed right. Jason and Travis Kelsey, aka, well, it's actually Travis. I guess we shouldn't say that it's Travis Swift, but right,
he is.
Yeah. So they have their it's called New Heights is their podcast, and it's a fun one because they dig on each other like brothers will, in those situations, and so it's a good podcast, I have to say.
Congratulations to them.
Yes, and that's all I've got for right now for the Reader's Choice Awards for sexiest poison.
Okay.
In the world, I like that.
All
in
right.
the universe.
I need some music, Curt.
Oh, you need some music here? Okay, I'm happy to give you some music. I know you like music.
Yesterday, when I say we, it really is Jed. We were a little confused about whiskeys, bourbons, and Scotch.
Well, the story was about how you had this $900. You had a shot of this $900. I believe it was Scotch. We decided, yeah. So, but it did lead
shot. Let me clarify this because I do know this. You do not shoot any kind of alcohol that costs that much money. You sip it. So I had I got a little sip of it.
Did you? And you order it in fingers. You know how that works?
No.
You might say, "Hey, I'd like to have 3 fingers of bullet," and it's 3 fingers. Is that much?
It's kind of like the 4-head. Do you have a 4-head, a 5-head, or a 3-head?
I didn't know about that. And how does that associate also with drinking? Well, I suppose so. So anyway, yes. So we were debating. Oh, is it a whiskey? Is it a bourbon? Is it a Scotch? Unfortunately, we have a very I'm not going to say wise, but a knowledgeable listener about these things.
Yeah, Randy. He knows his what when it comes to whiskey and bourbon and Scotch.
So the 3 we were talking about yesterday was Red Spot, Blanton's, and Macallan.
So Red Spot is an Irish whiskey aged 15 years in a variety of cask types.
Yes, an Irish whiskey. Okay, then the
Happens to be
Blanton's.
his wife Carrie's favorite, by the way.
Oh, okay. Blanton's is a bourbon, apparently a very sought after bourbon. It is famously subjected to price gouging. He put on here, so that's not good.
That's the
I
one
don't
where
want
that's the one where you collect the bottle tops of the horses.
Oh, okay. I've never had it because I probably can't afford it, but there. And finally, the lovely Macallan.
The particular Scotch that we talked about yesterday is a $900 bottle and it's fantastic.
It was I forget the descriptor. I guess I could scroll up and find out what it was because it was like black, blah, 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 blah. This, that,
Rare
and the other thing.
black cask something.
Did you
It
get
was
it?
amazing. Just the packaging was amazing. I would just like right there. I'm like, whoa.
You said it was the Macallan Rare Cask Black,
Rare cask black. There you go.
and that's $900 a bottle. So you probably your drink, say it was two fingers.
My sip.
Your sip, yeah, it
Was
might have been a
$50
sip. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay.
All right. So, but thank you, Randy, for sorting that out a bit. I mean, I just know I just call it all whiskey, but there's a difference between whiskey and bourbon and Scotch and stuff. Unfortunately, we have people that know what they're talking about, unlike myself when it comes to that. I just know what I like.
Yeah, and I appreciate that Randy will always give me a sip. He's like, try this one. Smell it first. Try it. Sometimes they're too band-aidy smelling for me, too peaty.
Band 80. Yes, I know what you're talking about there. All right. America's favorite. Well, let me ask you this first. Do you watch a lot of the shows with the celebrity chefs, Jen?
No, I mean, I know some of these chefs that you're about to talk about for sure, but I don't watch
Okay.
them. So tell me, who are America's favorite celebrity chefs?
All right. Well, they came up with the top 5. This is a survey, so this is actual American people saying who's your favorite celebrity chef, rather. We'll go in reverse order, the top 5. Emeril Lagasse got 25% of the vote. Martha Stewart got about 26% of the vote, so she is 4th place, right? Then we've got in 3rd place Bobby Flay, who for some reason my wife Dana likes Bobby Flay a lot. I'm not familiar with what he does.
Me neither.
2nd place, 31% of the vote of America's favorite celebrity chef went to Rachel Ray.
Really? That one surprises me. Okay.
Oh, you don't like Rachel Ray? What do you hate Rachel Ray
It's
for?
fine. I don't hate. I'm not hating. It just surprises me.
And according to America has spoken, the favorite chef is Gordon Ramsay.
Hell's
Got 40%
Kitchen,
of the vote.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Survey also found there's some other little statistics here real quick since we have them. Americans are willing to spend an average of $340 to eat a 3-course meal prepared by their favorite chef.
Is that for 2 people?
3-course meal, I guess. I don't know. Maybe is that per person?
Oh my gosh. Oof.
But then again, if you've got Gordon Ramsay making your meal, and so about half of people have bought kitchen products by those people just because they endorse them. Guilty?
I don't think so. Oh no, I have some Martha Stewart like measuring cups, but it was only because I like the color, not because Martha Stewart endorsed them. They're turquoise color. They're like aqua.
Oh, I thought they were going to be pink for some reason.
Not pink. I like the blue.
Pink. So congratulations, I guess, to Gordon Ramsay, who I understand has mellowed a bit in the past few years because he used to be super angry, right? Now he's not so angry.
Isn't he the one that got in that really bad accident? Like
it was
a
a biking accident, and that was a mess.
Yeah.
Maybe he had a near-death experience, and that made him a little bit more mellow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was crazy. That was a very, very, very serious accident.
I've never seen a bigger bruise on a human being ever in my life than that one right there. That was bad.
This is fun. I'm doing this.
Okay, do it.
So TikTok has this hot new menu item, and I'm going to try this. In fact, I was just telling you, Curt, before we started the show that I'm like, we're going into town today.
Right.
Girl Wooly, we're going to kind of out in the country part of it. We're going into town, and we might even hit the big city of Burlington.
The big city of Burlington, which probably has, I don't know, what do you think, 50,000, 40,000 people that live there?
I don't know, but they have stores that I can shop at.
So tell us about this new TikTok menu item.
So I'm going to go pick up some gummy bears, some watermelon sours, and some 7-Up. And then I'm going to come home and I'm going to soak them for 24 hours in the refrigerator in the 7-Up. And then tomorrow morning, or I guess tomorrow afternoon, I will take them out, put them on a sheet, like spread them out evenly, and then put them in the freezer. and enjoy frozen gummy bears. They look
Wonderful.
delicious.
And this doesn't have anything to do with the story, but I should tell you that Burlington has 9,361 people.
That's it?
That's the big city of Burlington. Well, when you're in Cedro-Woolley, that's like 2 or 3 times the size, right?
Well, yeah, and they're home of Burlington Coat Factory, and they have a Fred Meyer there, so.
But keep going, because now I don't want to know how many people are in Cedro-Woolley.
Oh, okay. And so here's the trifecta. It's like Burlington, Mount Vernon, Cedro-Woolley. I feel like those three, like they're so close together. They're kind of, I don't know. Anyway, that's my life. And you know what? I'm embracing it and I'm loving it, and I will get involved somehow in the community, and it will all be good. It's going to be great. Anyway,
you're going to be disappointed because Cedro-Woolley's population is about 13,000 people, so it's bigger than Burlington.
What?
I would have not thought it myself.
Are you sure, Curt Cruz?
Well, yeah, it says 12,000. Now I got to go back to that page. Cedro-Woolley, 12,940.
Burlington, Washington only has.
Burlington, Washington, 9,361 people.
It's probably because there's so many stores there, they don't have room for people and houses.
Oh, I'm sure that's it. That's probably...
Anyway. Frozen gummy bears, you need 7-Up or Sprite. You need your favorite gummies, like any gummies, any kind of gummies. You could do the worms, anything. You soak them overnight in that, take them out of the soaking, put them on a tray, and then put them in the freezer and enjoy the next day.
Okay. Sorry, I bumped that. That wasn't playing you off music. That was, oops, I started the music too soon.
All right.
We're here at this one. Things that can crush your motivation at work. This is a really long list. We pared it down somewhat. So if you're dealing with motivation crushers today at work, and a lot of people are, and which is frustrating because like I'd like to have a good time when I'm at work because I'm there for a good portion of my life.
Yeah.
We have for you, in case you didn't already know, what people think are the biggest motivation crushers at work.
Well, do these resonate with you when you're at work and these things happen? Do they crush your motivation? And as I was reading through the list, I'm like, back when I had a job, yeah, this crushed my spirit for sure. My motivation. Rude managers. So basically your boss being a jerk.
Now Jen, you were a manager and have been a manager for a long time. You're not a rude manager.
I always tried not to be. No.
You do a great job.
Poor technology, like your computer sucks. When that happens, forget about it. I'm just like, should I throw this out the window and go home now? Because this is bad.
I used to get frustrated, and I know that this is the way that it is, but so many things were the computers were all on a network now, and it used to be, okay, I've got my own little computer here and I can do what I want and be done with it. And it seemed like it was much easier to navigate tricky things, but now it's like, oh, network drive 1 and 2 and 7. And anyway, so yeah, I agree with that on the computers. How about constant calls or meetings?
So you don't have any time to get any actual work done. Yeah, that's
the
a motivator killer.
And so many meetings that you're like, you know what, this could have been an email, but.
There's also getting negative feedback or nothing positive back, hearing someone else got a raise, but you didn't. Yeah.
You know what? That's why you keep salaries to yourself, because once you get, somebody finds out you got a raise and you didn't, and right or wrong or otherwise.
Not getting recognition for a big project that you did and you deserve the credit. That sucks.
It's hard too, because you don't want to be, you don't want to, you seem like an egomaniac. Well, what about me? I mean, I did this, but often it's like, you got to let people know they did a good job. There's some managers, like the last one we were talking about, that seem to think that negative reinforcement is the way to go. And perhaps they have some employees that's what motivates them. But I would say no, what do you get more? You get something more with bees and honey, or more honey with bees, or I don't know. Something about being nice.
Yeah. Hearing colleagues complain all the time. Negative breeds negativity, long and boring commutes, and having to work in silence in an office where the radio and music is banned. Yes.
That, of course, that one hits home really hard. And we've actually had people back when we were on the radio say, well, I used to be able to listen at work, but they took the radio away.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good. And that's not fair. And it's a motivation killer. So try to power through, especially that long commute into work,
Let's talk about the Curt and Jen question of the day from yesterday.
Yes. What is a fun alternative
Yep, go ahead.
to handing out candy on Halloween? That was the question. As you mentioned before, some people took it, and both answers are correct. You could look at it like, okay, there's either an alternative to handing out candy, like what do we do besides that? Or there's an alternative to candy. What do we hand out besides candy?
Right.
And I think we got answers on both of those.
Yep. So Shelly said glow sticks and Play-Doh as ideas. Jennifer, I like hers the best. Jello shots. Yes. To the adults, of course, only.
To the adults.
Heather said stickers, Wendy's Frosty books, fruit snacks, fun Halloween bracelets, and coloring books.
Do you think kids would be okay with that? Because, I mean, my example, when we were young, did you ever get somebody to give you a toothbrush, right?
Yes.
Okay. Andrea said party bags, Halloween pencils, stamps, stickers. Stickers would be good. Those are fun.
Yeah. Sonia's
so
the one
Sonia,
that thought, yeah, she misread this. She's like, I read this and thought you meant instead of handing out candy, the responses that were showing the original. Or wait, I'm missing this. What does she say?
Her response was, instead of the actual process of handing out candy, how about showing the original Halloween at the movies?
Right. So instead of staying home handing out candy to kids that knock on your door, go to the movies.
Right. So that which is a fine alternative. James, he says, I got a beer.
Here's why I want. So James submitted a video, and if you excuse me, have time to go to our Facebook page, Curt and Jen in the Morning, watch this video. He created in his driveway this mega monster thing, like had the Scream mask, the big screen, but he's very tall. And attached to the back of his mouth is this like chute, this pipe that goes up to his second story of his house. And that's where they're handing out candy from. So if people come, this monster, I think, is animated. And then when they put their basket underneath the mouth and then drop the candy down. Well,
how about that?
They can drop down candy and they can drop down a beer.
Evidently. Just don't open the beer right away before it calms down. You're going to get a face full of beer. All right. Floyd offered, I guess this is an alternative to what to do on Halloween night, eating all the kids' candy when they get home. They put LOL to make us think that he doesn't actually do that when we know that he does.
Yes, we do.
How about Amanda?
Well, Lisa said nothing. Do nothing. Like hand out nothing. Do nothing. Like just turn out the lights and don't do anything.
What a killjoy. Amanda, and Jen, you have something to say about this. Amanda said, I read somewhere that for Halloween, handing out potatoes was an interesting option.
Okay, so I read, there was an article that she attached to that. So I went through and scanned it pretty quickly. There was a guy in Pennsylvania 18 years ago, an Irish guy, that decided, I'm just going to give an alternative. I'm going to put a potato in the middle of the candy bowl and see what kids take. And he was surprised that kids were taking the potato instead of the candy. So this became a whole thing for him. Like kids go to his house to get their potato on Halloween. And so other people started the whole thing and across the United States. And it's a thing now. Pass out potatoes. Kids like it.
Okay. Well,
candy too, and see what they take and you'll be surprised.
Dan also said potato. Eric said ramen packs. Somebody else said top ramen. Nicole, we did top ramen and Fireball for the adults.
Along with regular chocolate candy bars. That's awesome. Right.
And then Laurel saying, I handed out 1 year individual bags of microwave popcorn and the kids loved it. Not bad.
Terry said, not handing out candy. We turn out the lights and watch movies in our bedroom.
Helen said, hand out cards, like playing cards.
Well, she said hashtag Maha cards, but those, I think I looked that up and I was like, what's Maha? And I don't really understand. They're like political cards, I think.
Oh, okay. Marilyn said granola bars, which I think as a kid, you'd be like, boo. But Perry, we know Perry.
Yes.
Chip packs and hot chocolate packs. Both good ideas.
Both good ideas. Now, Steve's was funny. Steve also posted a picture, and it was those plastic Halloween buckets that kids carry around. So there's a picture of that, and it's with a sign that says 1 slurp of pho per trick-or-treater. So it's this bucket filled with soup that you can take a sip of. Can you imagine? What a mess.
I think hopefully they're also giving out little bowls for them to put it in, because otherwise they're double dipping.
But he's saying 1 slurp of pho per person. So you'd slurp out of it. It's a joke. It's funny. It's a joke. You could hand out straws instead, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you pointed out it was a joke. So I was like, seriously?
No, it's a joke.
No. All right. Well, pho, I mean, it's a cold night, right? You're chilly. I think pho would be perfect. So feel free to add to that too if you have alternatives to candy that you give out at Halloween. We still want to hear about it, and
That's
that's still
right.
up on all the platforms, right? Okay.
Yep. Okay. I like this.
What a great headline. What's something so simple yet you're so horrible at? Simple stuff that you're horrible at.
Yes. So
And for whatever reason, can't get better, I guess.
There's this whole thing on social media that's going around that asking this question, and people are coming up with pretty funny things. Like one of them, wrapping gifts. Seems so simple, and yet I'm horrible at it.
Right. There are other things on here. I'm going to do some of my favorites, and I think everybody would agree. Parallel parking. But I don't know how simple that is. It's, because now they have cars that'll do it for you, obviously. But parallel parking, it seems like it should be so simple, yet I can't do it. And somebody else said whistling. Whistling. Can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't?
No, it's not picking up your whistle there.
High pitch. It's not picking it up. Wait, can I back up to parallel parking?
Yeah.
My daughter Macy takes her actual driving test on Saturday, and she's going to have to parallel park. Keep your fingers crossed.
Hopefully between cones and not actual cars.
I don't know.
All right. Some of the other things, and again, this is a simple thing, something so simple, yet you're so horrible at. I do like this person that said doing anything while someone is watching.
It's kind of paralyzing sometimes, right? Like you know you're good at it.
Right.
Then when someone's actually watching you do it, then you screw it all up.
You know what? The one that I think somebody put on here, or maybe it was in the suggestions. I still have never figured out how to fold a fitted sheet.
Oh, that is not, see, now I disagree with that answer only because I don't think it's even simple. Like there's no simple about it. It's all kinds of crazy to try to fold that.
Let's do a couple more here. Somebody said making hard-boiled eggs.
Someone said sleeping, Curt.
Yeah. Unfortunately, isn't that something
as you get older? About that.
How do we screw up sleeping? And eating with chopsticks was on here. So what we're leaving with you for tomorrow is, hey, guess what? I do like that one.
I do too.
I like the dubstep. We want to know from you what you think is something so simple, yet you're so horrible at. Or as some people say, horrible.
So you can either comment, answer that question on the platform where you're watching this, or go to the Curt and Jen in the Morning Facebook page. You could just Curt with a C, Jen with one N. Like us, follow us. It'll come up in your feed. We post a question every day. Answer that question. What's something
my problem,
yet you're horrible at?
My suggestion was bad because you don't think that folding a sheet is simple, or folding a fitted sheet is simple to start with, huh?
I don't think so.
But I've been told by people, oh, it's simple. You just do this and fold this in here, and there you're done.
I would like to know, then show me, because I want to see it.
Okay. Thank you for listening, and we're looking forward to hearing what your answers are to what's something so simple, yet you're so horrible at.
Have a great day. Make good choices. Find joy and spread kindness, because as we learned, it'll make you even hotter than you already are.
Super hot.
Have a good day, everybody. Thank you for listening.